What's up, yins, guys? Welcome back to Fishing PA with Ryan Reed. In this episode, I want to talk about an upcoming event right here in Western Pennsylvania. Now, the event we're going to be talking about is the Muskie Max Plus 2020 edition. Now, you guys know I absolutely love Muskie Max. As a matter of fact, Dan started taking me to these shows years back, and Muskie Max is really where I fell in love with the muskie and musky fishing. This event is very special, and it's very special to me as an angler. Muskie Max gives you guys an opportunity to get out there, talk to guide services, talk to vendors, check out new equipment like rod and reels, check out nets, check out baits like I have here in front of me, and really it gives you guys an opportunity to talk to local fishermen and learn as much as possible about the sport of musky fishing. Now, we're going to talk about some of the seminars a little bit later in this conversation. I really just want to emphasize a few things for you guys when it comes to Muskie Max. Now, a lot of the musky guys already know how awesome this show is. But the really interesting thing to me is Muskie Max, though it is a musky fishing show or a musky expo, it's really not just for musky fishermen. You know, one of the things I wanted to bring out about this show is a lot of guys in the bass world are actually using like some oversized swim baits, some bigger baits to catch some of those monster bass. And really, some of the smaller musky baits guys put a ton of bass in the boat every single year. So if you guys are a bass fisherman and you want to check out some of these products, you know, I really just wanted to show you a couple things. First and foremost, Tony Grant used to make these rattle baits, and they're now under Lungin. But Muskie Max, you're going to have an opportunity to get out there and check these rattle baits out. And if you guys see that, this is a 1 ounce rattle bait, but the profile is really not that big. And you guys know as bass fishermen, bass love rattle baits, especially early in the season. So, you know, a lot of cool colors. Check out Lungin Lures and check out these Tony Grant rattle baits. Be really surprised at the custom colors that they have. And they're just really awesome fish producers in general. You know, one of the other baits I want to talk about from a bass fishing standpoint is some of the swim baits. You know, I've got some of these smaller swim baits here that Fat AZ makes. And if you guys take a look at that, you know, that's a fairly small musky bait. And these things actually get drilled by bass throughout the entire year. So if you guys are looking for like an oversized swim bait, but that's something that's not like enormous, you know, there's products like this that are available at Muskie Max. And really, it can help you up your game when you're talking about multi-species of fish. Guys, I just wanted to mention that for a minute. You know, I just wanted to talk about the show. It's not just for musky fishermen. You know, there's a lot of new people that want to check this stuff out. I mean, if you guys are thinking about coming to a show, Muskie Max is a great event. It's a great family event. You can bring the kids out. They have food. You can walk around, and you guys can talk fishing in general for an entire weekend if you wanted to. So it's a really, really cool thing, and it's a very special event. So if you guys are interested, even if you're not like an avid musky fisherman, you guys should definitely check the show out. Go out to the website, muskiemax.com. Check the Muskie Max account out on social media like Instagram, Facebook. And then also the show is actually March 7th and 8th. It's in Canonsburg, in the South Point complex at Printscape Arena. Really sweet venue, really cool layout, plenty of room, and there's just a ton of heavyweight vendors there. So really cool stuff. I urge you guys to check it out. I promise you, you guys will not be disappointed. And if anything, you know, $10 admission or whatever admission is, you guys can walk around and check out all this cool musky gear if you've never seen it before. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about, guys, you guys know that I've done some video at the show the last 2 years. And I'll admit, the first video I did was pretty lame. I was pretty upset with it after the fact. I did more of like a review style. I really just hate that. I threw that out the window. Last year, I just wanted to stay positive, and I really wanted to show you guys how awesome this event can be. So I tried my best. This year, however, I am super pumped, and I'm super excited because I've been talking with Sean Leopardi. You guys know Sean. He runs the event. And I actually was able to obtain 2 Muskie Max media passes. Check that out. This is super exciting for me. What's going to happen is I've got some special stuff planned for you guys. I'm hoping to get into the venue a little bit early on Friday and get some film of some of the setup, some of the cool stuff behind the scenes that's going on. And the other thing that's really cool about this is I've got a lot of interviews scheduled with some local bait makers, some vendors local to the Western PA or just Pennsylvania in general. I'm really excited to really talk with these guys, just ask them a few questions, and really show you guys how awesome the Musky community is, through these interviews. So I'm really pumped about that. I'm looking forward to doing that, doing some bait promotions for people, things that I'm really excited about. So that's kind of a big news for me, getting the media pass, working with Sean, taking some video throughout the entire show. If you guys are there and you see me, come say hi. Let's get some video. Let's show everybody how awesome this event is so that, it can attract more people. My goal with my channel, one of my goals with my channel is to continue to grow the sport of fishing. I'm trying to show how fishing is just so exciting and really just show you guys how passionate I am and how much I love the sport. And, to get some of these kids involved, to see some of the kids at the Muskies Inc. meeting and the lure swap, that was just awesome stuff. And I'm super excited to see more of that Muskie Max. All right, so really with this video, I just kind of wanted to show you guys how much Muskie Max means to me. I want to show you how excited I am about Muskie Max here in a few weeks and really just kind of give you guys some insight. Aside from the media pass stuff, I want to talk about vendors really quick, and I want to talk about the seminars. I also just kind of wanted to explain quickly, like my video logging of the event is going to be much different this year. I'm going to do much shorter clips, and I'm going to do more clips. Instead of putting everything into a big giant 45-minute video to make it hard on everybody to consume, what I want to do is I want to break this up into smaller chunks. We're going to try to do some live stuff as well. So I'm going to try to do some live stuff with YouTube if I can figure it out. Probably do some live stuff on Facebook. And then we're going to be posting on Instagram throughout the day as well. So again, it's just one of those things. I just want to show everybody how awesome this event is. And it's really, in my opinion, with my limited experience, to me, it's like one of the best muskie shows in the country. So that's really, really cool. And it's a really cool thing to be a part of. Now, most of you muskie anglers know how many heavy hitters attend Muskie Max every year. But I just want to talk about some of the vendors. Now, before we get into that, I just want to bring up, there are a couple key vendors that I'm targeting this year. And I'm just going to name a few. You guys know that I get in line super early for Zach Baker and Baker Baits. And here's why. If you guys haven't seen Zach's baits, which I'm sure you have, these are just amazing, amazing baits. They produce a ton of fish throughout the year. Now, you guys know that last year I turned into a Wiley nut. Everybody knows Dale Wiley produces some of the best muskie baits in the history of muskie fishing. He's such an awesome person. He's done a lot for the muskie community, but I'm going to be taking a look for some of his baits as well. I've got the 5.5 here. He's going to have some cool stuff there. He's bringing back that Muskie King Jr. Also, Leo. Got some Leo lures. I got the Mojo here, and his baits are just pure mojo anyway. There's probably like 2 or 3 more bait makers that I'm like really pumped about. One is Evan Schoss. He's going to be there with some meatballs. He's going to be there with some miners. Evan makes a tremendous product. And also a newcomer for this year, you got Big O's Bucktails. Now, I recently saw the footage of SB Fishing. You guys know Matt. He caught a muskie with DJ during a tournament, and it was on Big O's Bucktails. And this is just such a cool bucktail. I mean, there's a lot of bucktail makers, but one thing I really noticed about Owen's baits, these things are just really well made. They're just like put together really well, and they're just beautiful, beautiful baits. I got to see some of his footage recently, and man, they just catch fish. So you guys need to stop by his booth, check out his video display too. Pretty cool stuff with his baits, and this is his first year, so I'm hoping he does really well. And lastly, like the last bait maker that I'm targeting is Keystone King Musky Lures. Now, you guys know Mark King. Mark's just such an awesome person. I mean, I've talked to him a lot. Mark's helped me a lot in the musky community, and he's going to be there with some of his glide baits, his dive and rise stuff. I'm really pumped about these. I'm planning on picking up a couple of these. All right, guys, hopefully you can see this snip. There's a tremendous amount of vendors on this list. You've got a lot of heavy-hitting guide services, a lot of heavy-hitting bait makers, And really, that's why this show is just so stinking special. So let's start at the top on the left and work our way down. We've got B&M Custom Rods and Tackle. You got Baker Lures. You've got Beaver Lures. You got Big O's Bucktails. You've got Boss Shad. Boss Shad in the house. You've got Chaos Tackle. Churning Waters Bait Company. Fat AZ Musky Products. Grim Reaper Lures. If you guys have not seen a Grim Reaper, you guys need to check these out. They're fantastic spinner baits. I love these things. They're just excellent, excellent products. We've got Hot Tail Gliders, man. They make some beautiful glide baits. You've got Keystone King Musky Lures again in the house. We've got Leopardi's Leo Lures. We've got Lungin Lures. We've got Marshall Custom Tackle. Musky Innovations. Red October Baits. Shoss Bait Company, Smutly Dog Lures, Toxic Musky Lures, man. They make such a unique product. That's a really cool booth. You need to check that out. And of course, we got the Dale Wiley Lures in the house. Now, I apologize I didn't mention everybody. Everybody else that's at this show, I mean, they're there for a reason. They make really solid products. So no matter what booth you guys go to, you're going to find some really cool stuff. Now, I just want to talk about some of the guide services here really quick. We've got Battle the Beast guide service with Greg Thomas. Greg's been doing this for a really long time. He knows muskies. He fishes multiple waters. He's a very good option for a guide service if you guys want to get out there and schedule a trip. You've got Captain Chaos with Brian Clark. He's doing some stuff in PA, doing some stuff on Chautauqua. You got Crash's Landing out of Kentucky. You got Fins and Grins Muskie Charters with Captain Jason Quintano. We've got River Rats Guide Service, and I believe River Rats was recently on the Fat AZ Muskie podcast. So check that out. It was a great listen. We got Spencer's Angling Adventure. Spencer puts a ton of fish in the boat every year. And of course, we got the Muddy Creek Fishing Guides. You guys know I love Todd Young. Vance, they're just excellent fishermen. You've got that combination with the Fat AZ Muskie products, with the rod holders, with the baits. You know, you guys need to stop in and see their products, man. They just make some tremendous stuff. And it's a lot of fun to talk to those guys. You know, realistically, guys, any guide service that's on this list, they have tremendous experience. They've been doing this a long time. They know muskies. They know muskie fishing. And some of those guys do like some walleye stuff too. So it might be worth, when you guys come to the show, check these guide services out. Get with them. Ask them questions. If you've got trips in mind, schedule the trips. You've got a number of excellent options that will put you on some fish throughout the entire year. All right, guys, one last thing I want to talk about really quick. I know we're staring at this list, but you've got some other vendors there. You've got Muskie Bumper. They do some really cool stuff with the bumpers. You've got Muskie Hunter Magazine. You guys can renew your subscription, pick up some gear. Really cool that Tony and Greg bring that to this show. And then we've got some of the Muskie associations. We've got the Ohio Husky Muskie Club. We got the Nittany Valley Muskie Alliance. And we also have Chapter 16, Three Rivers Muskie Inc., which I am a member of. You guys know I support Three Rivers and pretty much everything they do. It's a great club. You know, Muskies Inc. is just such an awesome thing to be a part of. And I'll tell you what, guys, that group of fishermen, they really know their stuff, and they are not afraid to teach you about the sport of muskie fishing. So definitely check out the clubs if you guys come out to the show. You will not be disappointed with your experiences there. That's how I've learned so much, was through the club. So it's a great resource to be a part of. All right, guys, I know this conversation is going really long. I apologize. I've been talking a lot, but I just want to mention the seminars really quick. Again, this is your opportunity to come out to this event and learn from professionals that do this stuff a lot of days throughout the year, and they really just know the sport of fishing. Now, we've got on Saturday, March 7th, starting at 10:30, we've got Jason Quintano, how to get the most out of your electronics. At 12 o'clock, we got Tony Grant, Pattern Denial, Overlooking the Obvious. At 1:30, Ken Trail is in the house. Super pumped for that seminar. River Fishing Tactics and Baits. That's going to be a very, very awesome seminar. And then again, at 3 o'clock, you've got Vance Kalaw's Muddy Creek Fishing Guides. He's going to be talking about trolling. And he's going to be doing that from one of the boats from Vic's Sports Center. Now on Sunday, really cool thing that they started doing last year, is that Pro Guide panel at noon. So you've got an unscripted, secrets revealed, and everything you want to know. You guys can just go out to the event. You can sit at this seminar and you can just drill these guys with questions for like a solid hour. And you've got guys like Greg Thomas, Ken Trail, Brian Clark, Spencer Berman, Vance Kalaws, and Jason Quintano. So guys, that's such a sweet thing about this show. You guys can go out there and get all sorts of information from these professionals. Upper echelon fishermen, you guys can get out there and like walk up to them and talk to them with no problems during these shows. That's what makes this event so special. And I can't overstate that. Like, I've learned a lot from these guys just talking to them at the shows. Well, I've talked for like another 30 minutes about Muskie Max. I really just wanted to highlight this show, guys. I wanted to get this information out there. Again, like a lot of the Muskie community knows about this event. They know how awesome it is. But I wanted to reach out to you guys and girls that really have never been to the event before. If you're not a muskie fisherman, so what? Like, come out and talk fishing for a day. Come out and look at some of the crazy stuff that's out there. Like some of these baits, some of these little guys here, like whatever. And there's a ton of product there. And you guys can get out there and just walk around. Take the family, get some food, and just like chill out for an afternoon and talk and be surrounded, with the sport of fishing. If you've got younger ones and they want to get involved in this stuff, like bring them out, show them the baits. Like, it's really something to see because like as a bass fisherman or as a trout fisherman, like I was so used to throwing these like little bass baits or these little trout baits. And then when I went to Muskie Max for the first time, I think I looked at like a 6-inch grandma and it was like, whoa, that is a giant bait. And I've come to learn that a 6-inch grandma is not a big bait in the muskie world. So it's really just cool to see all this stuff, number one, and it's cool to be a part of, but you can learn something new. Come out and see what all this muskie stuff is about. You hear me talk about it all the time. Like, it consumes me as a fisherman. But this is why. It's just such a cool thing to be a part of. And this event is just such a special thing. I just want to say too, like Sean Leopardi, the Leopardi brothers, they do an awesome job hosting this event. Man, this venue is just killer. I love everything about it. Last year was just so special to me. And, again, like they work extremely hard to put these shows on and really bring people together. It's important to me. I love this stuff. I love being a part of the muskie community. I love Muskie Max, guys. It's like my favorite event throughout the entire year. I can't really explain it to you. You have to come out and see it for yourself. So just to recap, you guys know we have a tremendous amount of vendors there, a lot of product. You guys can see the logo right there. Go out to the website, muskiemax.com. Go out to social media, check out Muskie Max. Sean's been crushing it with some of the promotional stuff he's doing. My goodness, it's amazing. Some of the videos, the pictures, man, he's just outstanding at what he does, but it's like really cool to see that stuff. So one last thing, guys, you guys know I'm excited about this media pass. You guys know I'm excited to walk around with the camera and try to capture this. I really just want to show people how awesome this event is. I want this thing to continue to grow, and I want you guys to help me. If you guys see me at the show, I want to get some awesome footage. I want to show everybody how cool it is. So feel free to come up to me. Let's get some video and let's just do what we can to just show everybody what a cool thing this is and how cool it is to be a part of it. So really looking forward to that. Hopefully I can do a good enough job to really post some of that video and keep it rolling so that maybe if you guys see it, you'll want to come down and be a part of it. All right, guys, I've talked long enough. My voice is starting to go. Man, it's been a rough 2 weeks, but we're here. We're doing it. And I'm looking forward to Muskie Max March 7th and March 8th, Canonsburg, Printscape Arena. You guys need to come out and check it out. If you guys like this video, hit that like button for me. If you guys like this content overall, for some reason, if you like me sitting in my office talking about fishing and shows and baits and playing with my iPad, subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you that subscribe. It's such a cool thing to get people talking and just be a part of this whole thing. So I love it. I want to keep doing it, and we're going to keep things rolling. So, all right, guys, tight lines. We will see yins next time.